Hello friend, myself Arnab Mondal. Today I going to teach you the topic friction. So let's start. So what we learn today? We learn an overview of the key topics and the concept related to that will be covered in this presentations. Okay. And first of all, we understand the friction. What is friction? What is friction? Then we'll understand the type of friction. Which type of friction it is? Is it static, kinetic, or rolling type of friction? Then we will go to the mathematical representation of the friction. What is the frictional force? What is it? Then we go to the importance of friction. Why friction is important? Then we will solve some problem, one or two. Okay. Then we will go to the advanced topic of friction, like nowadays where the friction is used. Then we will take a quiz test to test your understanding. And lastly, we keep the brief overview of all the lecture of what I keep delivered here. Okay, so let's continue. First question is, what is friction? What is friction? Okay. So friction is a type of force. Okay. Like friction is a type of force that oppose the relative motion or the tendency of such motion between the surface in an act. Am I clear? What I said? Friction is a resistance force that oppose relative motion or the tendency of such motion between the surfaces in contact. Okay. So now we clear what is friction. So as you see in the diagram, the boy, here the boy, here the boy, this is boy, okay, pulling the object. Let me change the color. Here it is pulling the object. Okay. So friction, what will friction do? Friction will resist the motion of this block. So the pushing force will be act towards it, like there is a force like. Then we can divide the component here and here. Okay. Then there is a pushing force, right? So the moving direction will be here only. Now the friction will be opposite to the motion of direction. So the frictional force will act towards here. Am I clear? Okay. Now go to the next type of friction. Okay. Types of friction. Type of friction. Mainly there are two type of friction is there present. Okay. As you can see in the diagram, there is two type of friction. One is static friction And another word is dynamic, sorry, kinetic friction. It's wrong spelling. Kinetic friction. There is a third type of friction is there also. There is a rolling friction is called. Rolling friction. In our syllabus, there is only two type of friction, static friction and kinetic friction. So let's see what is static friction. Okay. So static friction, what is static friction? The static friction is the friction force that prevent the motion between stationary surfaces. Means when the object is not moving, not moving, then the friction act on the object is called static friction. But what is the kinetic friction then? Let me write the static friction definition. Forces that prevents motion between two stationary, sorry, between stationary surfaces. Then what is kinetic friction? Kinetic friction is a type of frictional force that is acting between the moving surfaces. Like the object is moving, right? Now, how can I say that the object is moving? Now, as we can see in the diagram, the object and the ground is relatively in motion. Means object is moving towards the right. Okay. So the here the friction force is acting. This friction force is called kinetic friction force. So let me write the definition of the kinetic frictional force. Force acting between moving surfaces. Okay. Now I think you are clear. Now third type of frictional force. What is rolling frictional force? Rolling frictional force is a type of frictional force. It is when it is act on a object that is rolling. Then the frictional force act. Here the frictional force will be act towards like this. Okay, this is rolling. Frictional force. Okay. Now I think you are clear about this. Now we go to the mathematical representation of the friction. Okay. So as you can see, the frictional force you can represent as F is equal to mu into A. What is mu? Mu is equal to coefficient of friction. It is constant and it differs what types of surface we are used. Is it smooth or it is rough? If the surface is rough, then coefficient of friction will be greater, and the surface is smooth, then coefficient of friction will be lesser. Is it clear? Okay. Now what is N? N is equal to normal force. Okay. So frictional force is equal to F is equal to mu into N. Okay, that's all clear. Thank you. Now solve this problem. Find the direction of the kinetic frictional force of this diagram on the block extracted by the ground. B on the ground extracted by the block. Okay. So what is asking? Direction of kinetic force. So what I say, the direction of kinetic force will be act on the opposite direction of the moving object. Okay, is it clear? Okay. Then excited by on the block on the block. Okay. 1 kg. This is F. In which direction the motion is going on? In the right direction, right? Right direction motion is. So obviously the direction of the kinetic force friction on the block will be towards the left. Kinetic friction. Now next, on the ground. Now apparently, as we can see, that the ground is stationary, but it is not true. Okay, because in relative, the ground is moving relative to the block. So the same thing will happen. The motion of the ground relative to the block, in which direction? It will be in this direction. V is equal to 5 meter per second. So obviously the direction of the kinetic friction and force will be right direction. I think this is clear. Is it clear? Okay, thank you. Now next question is there. Given that mg is equal to 0.1 kg and mu k is equal to 0.2, then what will be the frictional force? Now, whenever we solve the such kind of problem, we first draw the free body diagram. So let's first draw the free body diagram. 5 Newton R. Where R is equal to means normal force. Repulsive force means normal force. Here the F is F mu into N is equal to mu into R mg. We need to find F. F is equal to mu into N. No need to consider mg here because in the frictional force there is no importance of the vertical horizontal force on the block. Here the horizontal force is mg, so there is no need to consider it. So we can discard it and can continue with it. So mu value is given here 0.2 and n is 5 Newton. It's 1 Newton. This is frictional force. Easy. Easy, easy. Okay. Now we will discuss the advanced application of the friction. Means where the friction is used today. Like engineering application first. First we'll consider it. Engineering application. Friction plays a crucial role in car engine contribution to mechanical efficiency. Braking system. Okay. Braking system there are because without friction there is no brake. Okay. Sports performance means in sports if there is no friction then the player will might slip. So there should be a friction within the ground. Okay. Tire friction to move in the road, there should be a friction in the road. Without it, the truck or the car will not move forward. Astronomical effect, like atmospheric drag on the satellite affects the trajectory and lifespan demonstrate friction relevance in space. Okay. Now, to question, we should solve this. Which type of friction is the smallest in magnitude? Static friction, kinetic friction, or fluid friction? Next question is 1 minute. Just a minute. Friction always act in direction of motion. Is it true or false? Check it. Please do it in your home. This is homework. Now I am giving the summary of the friction role and what I delivered today. First, we talk about the importance of the friction, the benefits and problems. Like, what is the benefits? Like, without friction, we can't even walk. So the first benefit is the walking is the biggest benefit of all. And problem like the because of the friction, there is so much energy loss, right? So that is a huge problem. Encouragement for further exploration, what we have deal with, and एक motivational quote: friction challenges motion, but also makes motion possible. That's it. That's all for my side. Thank you. Thank you all.